or bread. Chat, hello, hi. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Technically, I wasn't late, but I am late to my own stream. So the stream wasn't late. I am. Anyway, hello, hi, hello. Hope you're all having a quite lovely day. Why is this not working now? Did it break? Did we break? Oh no, we're good. We're good. It's fine. Oppa! Oppa! So, the other day I was like, I wanna kinda sketch out some ideas for some emotes. So, I have this little one. Obviously, it's not done, it's very sketchy. But I was like, I need a teabagging emote. So, look at this little guy. I think it's hilarious. Now I just have to follow through and actually finish it, right? You know, but look how cute! It's like it turned into a little menace, a little gremlin, a little goblin. Anyway, thank you for the lurk. Those of you who are lurking, also welcome in. Hello, Devin. How are you? I will say we're not going to be working on this today, though. This is more of a I need a work off stream for kind of thing. But it will be here one of these days. We'll see. You'll see. My coffee is frozen because I forgot it in the freezer last night. I bought a protein shake coffee thing, not like I didn't make coffee and then freeze it myself, though. If I did, that's my business. But no, this is one of the Bolt House Farms mocha cappuccinos. It's got 13 grams of protein. Yeah. It still has a giant chunk of ice in it. But that's okay, it's been sitting out. Well, I had to drive and do an errand earlier, so I did take it with me in the heat of my car, hoping it would melt. And then when I got back, I stuck it in the freezer, not the freezer, the refrigerator, because I wasn't ready to drink it yet and it was still frozen. So I was like, it won't get rid of much of the ice if it's in the refrigerator, but you know, it'll do a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know what we're gonna be doing as far as art is concerned today. I figured I could just, you know, do a little couple silly sketches, whatever comes to mind, while we're doodling. We're gonna doodle. So if you want to doodle alongside, you can. If you don't have an art program to doodle with, you could like grab a piece of paper and a writing device, which I know is something not everyone has, which is kind of crazy. But yeah. Cute drawing, lol. It's my teabagging emote. It's the bones for teabagging emote. Thank you, I appreciate it. I was like, I gotta make this crazy. I gotta make it wild. It's gotta be extreme. So yeah, man. I like it. It made me happy. So I figured I'd show everyone, even though I'm not gonna be working on it today. On stream. But yes. Let me real quick open up my pure ref, because I might be using something that I've already like some reference I already got, where maybe we'll just be finding it as we go. I'm not quite sure yet. What the heck is this? Build opening image. Yeah, I would think so, because I didn't. What kind of freaking Um, let's see. Bum 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 bum. Ooh, I could do that. I remember making this like theme for when I would do art streams, and then we just never got around to using it. When I was trying to raise money to buy my air conditioner. I remember I have some of the references still saved on my computer that I used to guide kind of what we were gonna be making. Could do another one of those, maybe. I would like to have like a set art screen that I did that like we could use all the time, but I don't know what I would want to make it of, so I just haven't made one yet. What's this? Oh, right. Remember that. I think before I start doing any of that though, I'll just warm up because I haven't been drawing yet today. Like I said, I had to go run errands, so I am completely out of uh fashion. Completely out of practice at the moment. Let's see, how do I open my... Here we go, this one, then here. It's cute. Save. I've got Pinterest open as well, because I figured I would just like find some like little doohickeys we can do and just kind of sketch whatever, you know? And I can use it, I can use it as a process of, getting practice for the commission I'm working on. So, without revealing what the commission I'm working on is. Every other Saturday should be an art stream. Oh, I plan on bringing art streams back to more than just every other Saturday. I've got a plan. I've got a plan that I think will be pretty cool. But I'm not gonna mention what that plan is until I start doing it and we get until it's more closer to being a fruition thing. The easy road. As much as I love First Aid Kit, I have not listened to enough of their music. I know we come across songs like that all the time here. I'm like, wow, I should really listen to them more, you know? But then I never do. Okay. Sorry. I am so distracted. I'm trying not to be. I promise. What's this? Ah, okay. Okay, focus. Focus. Chat focus. Focus! The easy road. Dude. Okay, Pinterest is a trap. Pinterest is a trap, I swear to God. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, I'm gonna half-ass explain it. Basically, when you go to Pinterest, it pops up things that are like, hey, you might like this thing. And so you're like, well, shoot, I don't want to go to the thing that I was trying to go to because look at all of these cool things it's showing me that I haven't seen before that I want to add to my boards. And then you get distracted adding things to your boards because you're afraid you're gonna miss you're afraid you're gonna miss something cool because it's not already on your board. So you just like never go to your board and then you spend 2 hours looking at Pinterest without doing anything and never getting to the point that you were trying to get to. Like it's a fucking trap, dude. Trap. It's a trap. Help me. Help me. Oh, that's cute. See, I'm still doing it. I've noticed I'm doing it and I'm still doing it. How fucked up is that? I'll tell you, it's really fucked up. It is the most fucked up. Okay, focus. What am I doing? Here. Let's focus, focus. What if... Okay. Okay. I'm focused. I'm focused, I swear. Okay. Now I need to move my drawing tablet actually somewhere I can use. Because it is still in its put away position. Ugh. Art streams were so much easier when I had the mechanical arm monitor mount, but this one can't be put on a monitor mount, and so I live in pain. And so I live in pain and torture of trying to do art and wanting to do art, but then having to reset up everything before I can do the art. This is why I don't do traditional art anymore. Like, this is the exact reason I got away from traditional art, was because you have to, like, pull everything out and do the thing and then put everything away, and then you have to pull everything out and do everything and then put everything away. This is I switched to digital art so I wouldn't have to do that, and yet I'm back into a situation where I have to do that again. I just need chat. I need like $1,000. Chat, I need like $1,000 so I can buy a new monitor tablet that I can actually put on a mount. Does anybody have $1,000 I could borrow? Or not even just borrow, just have. Mayhaps. Mayhaps possibly. Nope. Aw, damn. It was worth a shot. No, it's not as much of a hassle. It's still a hassle, but it's not as much of a hassle as I'm hamming it up to be. Okay. Let's pause this. Oh wait, I can't do that because it'll show the thing it's not supposed to show. I almost just revealed stuff I'm not supposed to show on stream yet. Whoops. Okay. Well, okay. I guess that's the wrong way to put it. I'm allowed to show it, I guess, but I don't want to, like, feel like that would not be. I'm putting the restriction on myself. Okay. Oh, my stomach is upset, chat. I had a burger while I was out, and unfortunately now my stomach's angry. You know, today it feels like today is Monday. And I know it's not Monday, but it feels like it is, you know? Anybody else feel that way? Alright. Got a new layer. My brush is too small. Lagging a little bit, which is concerning. I should have restarted my not my stream. No, my computer before I started doing this because it's got a little bit of a delay. Maybe it'll fix itself here in a second. Okay, so I've got some reference pulled up of my things I saved to my board called cinematic, or like setting up cinematic scenes and things. So I believe that's gonna be I was like, I believe that's gonna be way too thick when I started drawing it, but no, I believe that is what we're gonna start off today with. Trying to make little thingies that might be cool. Not the right size. God dang it. No, it got darker. Oh no, it got darker. Oh, what? Lagged? We lagged. I just realized this is all on the same level. Layer. I don't know why I said level. There we go. It's okay if it's a little off. Oh my god, please. Butts. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just sketching. Okay. I think I'm gonna start with this one. So that is too big. And then I made it bigger. Oops. I don't want to talk about it. It's always so weird to like get back to sketching on stream if you don't already have something like prepared to like work on stream. It's not because it's like, oh no, I don't want to show people my sketching process. It's like, no, when you literally don't have something, it's like people are like, wow, this looks like nothing. They get to see all of the ugly stages. And sometimes that can be a really long place if you don't have an idea already of what you're gonna do. Which is also like the part where a lot of people like give up on doing the whatever. Like, I hate this part. It always looks like trash garbage. Like, well, yeah, but it's still valuable information for people. Let's see this more like that. I'm making this way too big. Hang on. Oh, I forgot. This brush is a brush that I downloaded from a artist named Blue Biscuits. Or Blue Biscuit. It might just be Biscuit singular. Uh but this is their little icon there. This little picture. They do videos on YouTube. Art videos, so go check them out. If you are an artist and haven't heard of them. Or if you just like watching art stuff. But the brush, what I was saying is the brush works where if you push it, it like eventually runs out of like stuff because it's for like coloring stuff. I think they use it for more than just coloring, but that's what I use it for. It's one of their, like, you could shade with it, but if you go back over it, or if you start pushing too hard, it'll get like really dark for a second, but then it fades back out until you lift up pressure. At least the way I have it set up, which is kind of similar to the way they use it. Because when you import brushes into Krita, if they weren't made in Krita, like, you have to set up the settings yourself. And so you have to kind of guess sometimes. But so I try to set it up to behave like the way that they have the brush set up. But I don't think they use Krita. Normally I don't paint like this, by the way. So in fact, I never paint like this. This is more like you would paint if you were like doing oil paints or something. Working traditionally. This here is a brush that I use most of the time though. I do my work. It's like solid color no matter how much you push it, it just like changes in size. Actually, no, I think this one gets lighter too if you don't push very hard. This one is the same color no matter how hard you push. This one has a little bit opacity. What am I doing? I wanted to make this brush. I accidentally looked at my own stream as reference, and I'm like, wait a second, no, that's not the right. The my reference picture is on the same screen as my OBS, and I looked at the OBS preview. Wait a second. That's not right. Okay. I have a lot of energy right now, which is why I'm talking so fast, but I am gonna crash here in about here in about, I don't know, 10-20 minutes. Epic, y'all. I don't want to zoom in yet. I want to get I'm gonna get the composition right. Like the overall feel of everything first. Which, if you like the way, like this kind of painting, where it's just like kind of blocking everything in and then you go in and refine it, this artist name, are they streaming right now? Wow. Blah, 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 blah. There's, oh. Let's see. Deer Sightings. Deer Sightings is their name. But they paint like this a lot. And they are on usually probably like midday UK time, I would assume. Or really, really late at night / early morning for us US folks. But I always admire when people paint like this because, like I said, I don't paint like this. I can and I have, but I'm so out of practice. So it never looks right. And I don't usually do my art like this, so it's not really something I practice a lot. Because there are usually better ways for me to be spending my time than honing a skill that I don't use. But it's fun every now and then to go back. And learn how to do it. See if I remember how to do it. Okay. Here. Actually, I've got all of these proportions wrong. That's more accurate. Minus. Oh my goodness. When you work on such a huge canvas like I am right now, a lot of the time it does this weird hooking thing where it like tries to move in too big of increments when you're trying to resize things. So that's always a pain to deal with. It's okay. Okay. And what's everyone up to today? You guys doing anything fun? Any cool news or anything you read? Want to share with someone? Share with the class? If not, that's fine. I just... A lot of the time I'll come across something really cool and I'm like, wow, I wish I, you know, had anyone to talk to talk to about this cool thing that I found that I wish more people should hear about. So they offer stands if anyone got anything. This needs to be dark here. So we'll lag hitchin'. We're lag hitchin'. That's a really big file. I'm not trying to get this perfect, by the way. This is just loose studying. Just to get used to how hard I have to push in the program and stuff, because when you're first doing art, you can warm up on things like your line strength, your like consistency, all of that kind of stuff. But another one that people overlook is like line weight. If you use opacity on any of your brushes, learning like getting used to where that threshold is again, stuff like that. Started listening to Billy Rafful. I love Billy Rafful. Fire Hell Water, and just get home and sort it out before my uncle comes. Yeah. Yeah. Remember you talking about how he was coming to visit. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Billy Rafful is great though. I love his music. Solid choice. Use this so that I know where the end of end of the canvas is. The same color. Okay. Cool. Let's see. If you like Billy Rafool, one of my favorite songs of theirs is Driver. But if you like them, people also generally like James Vincent McMorrow and Kaleo, and I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting that I usually like bunch in together with that group. I can't think of who it is. Yeah. I kind of do miss doing paintings like this. Like, that's one thing I miss about being in like school and like doing like art class, is because they would force us to like test out different like types of art so that we could learn about them and how people do them and stuff. I really miss that, because it's like when you are trying to be or are a working artist, you know, um, usually you have to stick to one style a lot of the time so that you can properly advertise yourself. And so you don't get to experiment a lot with different styles and different techniques. I mean, you get to in your free time, but like Whoever has free time to do anything, honestly. I was gonna say, this sounds like Michael Kiwanuka. It is! That's why it sounds like him. I love Michael Kiwanuka. It's funny, there's this whole entire, like, the biggest project that I have that I want to do was inspired primarily by his album Love and Hate. Like that entire album from beginning to end, like there's different chapters along this huge story I want to tell. But I'm gonna move. I just realized you guys can't read that very well. But yeah. It's like, to be able to do it, like if I did an animated series of it, which I've thought about, I would have to pay licensing fees to be able to use his music so that it like really gets the impact that I wanted to have. It's like that's if that's gonna happen, that's gonna be way down the line. But it would be so cool. It would be very, very cool. And maybe one of these days when I'm a big hotshot artist. You know, maybe I can do that. Actually, licensing fees isn't as expensive as you would assume that something like that would be, but it's still, you know, it's still a lot. A lot of money that I don't have. But dude, it would be so cool. That's kind of like I want to say Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's like the album name or not, but there is a song. But people are like, from if you watch it with Wizard of Oz, it like the whole entire album like goes across the movie and enhances it or something like that. There used to be something like people would be obsessed with. And it's like it's kind of like that with that album and the story that I want to tell. Even though like the album, like the lyrics and things have nothing to do with the context of like what's happening in the project, the book, the story that I want to do, but it's the vibe, the feeling that each song gives is that it's like goes along with how the story would progress. And it's been something that I've been like turning around in my brain for like the last 10 years. But one of these days. Make sure you're hydrating, everyone. One of these days. So cool. Though I am working on ways to make it a reality, so it's not like it's just never gonna get made. Unless I die before it gets made, but like, that's neither here nor there. That could happen with anything, even if I was working on it actively. Um, Not to be morbid about it, but truly. Anything can happen. Anytime. So don't let your dreams just be dreams, chat. Like, well, the worst thing that's gonna happen is, like, the thing flops. But, like, I was saying the other day, you can always go back and do it again. Like, nobody's stopping you. You know, nobody's stopping you. You can try again. That was way too dark. I'm not gonna spend too much longer on this one. Shaping it up a little bit. Um, Corporate. Just get the idea down. Not too upset with that. It could be better, but like I said, that's not the point. That's not the purpose. It's going for trying to warm up, you know? Okay. Dun dun dun. Okay. This color. Um, I did that again. I put it on the wrong layer. I'm gonna do one more of these and then I'll probably get into more stuff I'm normally doing, you know? Okay. Okay. Um, People are yelling for me. I'll be right back, everyone. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Apparently, um, my dog, my dad's outside working on the porch, and apparently he came inside and then went back outside. But Sylvanas, my dog, had like ran inside without him knowing, and she ran and sat on like his chair forever, and then she ran and was laying with my mom on the couch. And my dad walked in because my mom yelled for me to come get her. And my dad walked in and he was like, "How did she get in here?" Because you accidentally let her in. God, my computer is acting like it's gonna crash any minute. And I hate that. I'm worried I need to heat sink my CPU. Finally got a haircut, yippee! Do you like how it's cut now? Did they do a good job? Yeah, cool. That's good. Okay. I've been going to the same place for years, so they know what I like. That's always so nice. And you can build like a rapport with the people. Okay. The darkest color here, make it a teeny bit darker. Uh, the lighting has changed in my room because the sun has gone down more outside, so now it's like really hard to see these colors on my screen. That's okay. Do the best we can with what we got. Hmm. slightly, little tiny. Mm. That's not the right shape. Play a game. Every time you pull the wrong shape, you have to do a handstand. Something. I don't know, man. That would be horrible and awful. But also very funny. I can't probably. Maybe I could. It's been a hot minute though. Thank you, thank you. Dude, as much as I love that sound, I'm gonna have to take it off of my thing. Because the horrible, horrible person who made it uh, is trying to claim all of content using it like an asshole. And it's like, you didn't even make the fucking original. Like, how are you going to have the audacity to copyright claim it? Like, I don't know. I guarantee he did not get the licensing to do it. And so, technically, legally, he doesn't have grounds to claim it as, you know, his thing. Because it falls under fair use. But he doesn't want anyone else using it without him making money. Like, people who do, like, people who steal things that they know is not theirs and don't buy the rights to be able to, like, then market it and then try to, like, screw other people over using it is really fucking scummy. I'm sorry. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. It's the usage of it, like I said, falls under Fair Use Act, but YouTube doesn't care about that. So anytime this gets uploaded to YouTube, it mutes it. And he's even starting to do it on Twitch now too. So like a portion of the audio will get muted when that plays sometimes. But it's not the fact. It's the fact that like if he wants to claim it, that's fine and all. But technically he didn't go around it legally to be able to use it himself in the first place. And so like for him to then be like, ah, nah, I'm gonna go around and copyright all of this is really fucked up. And because all of those services are automated, he gets away with it. Because who's gonna actually take him to court over it? You know? Oh, oops. That's not supposed to be on this side of that. Funny. And I would understand if it was like the full song people are using, but even under like fair use, you can use clips up to like the court case, the legislation has been like up to 20 seconds, I think, where it's like you can use 20 seconds of something and not be subject to copyright like infringement. And that clip is only like 7 to 10 seconds. And so even if it was infringing on his rights, the fact that it's so short, it would in court hold up as still me legally being allowed to be able to use it. Because it's not taking anything away from him in the long run. In fact, it's actually sending more business his way if people want to hear the full thing, so they'll look for the real thing. But yeah, I don't know. The guy's a dick. It's like, okay, I should then do a really poorly rendition cover of that song, but his version of that song, so like a poorly rendered version of his poorly renditioned cover. And then he wouldn't legally be able to do anything, and just to fucking spite him, and I would let everyone everywhere use it. Because it'd be like, ha, fuck you, guy. But I'm not gonna do that. I really wish I had enough time to do that, though, because I absolutely fucking would. It's mediocre white men taking advantage of a system designed to prop them up already. It's like rules for me, but not for thee. Or rules for thee, not for me kind of behavior, I guess, technically. But I don't know, man. Genuinely, fuck that guy. I hope his toast burns. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought my art program crashed. That's just like that goes back to the Love and Hate album, Michael Kiwanuka, like inspiring a project that I want to do. But I was like, I need to be able to buy the licensing to be able to like make an animated thing first. That shows you right there that I respect copyright, because I'm like, yo, I would actually, I'm not gonna do that until I have the money to pay him to be able to use, you know, license his songs for the thing I want to make. That would be really cool with that added. It's like, so I respect copyright. Like, copyright is important. And, you know, knowing that I'm doing something that falls under fair use is important. Like, I'm not just like, you should be able to use anything because it's, you know, it's online. No, it's literally, he's using it illegally already to begin with. It's like how people will take AI art and like actually like take it a step further and make it good and whatever, and then like copyright claim people who are doing the AI renditions of the art, like, because the AI artists are already like physically like, they're already stealing things, they're already doing the unethical things. So people are like, okay, we're gonna take it then and make it ethical again, so that you know how it feels when shit is stolen from you without permission. It's just irritating. But then they're like, surprise Pikachu face when it happens to their shit. They're like, you stole this from me. No, babe, but that's not how that works. You stole it in the first place. Like, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's all fucked. All the way down, it's fucked. Anyway. Let's get into actually drawing shiz. Ah. It's too hard. Excuse me? It's like, I know what shape I want to make, but I'm like not making that shape. Like my hand's just doing whatever the hell it wants to do, which is really funny. Lord have mercy. This is what happens when you try to do a different thing for a bit. Your body's like, I forget how to do all of these things. Let's just, you know, ever. It's like, no, please, no. God, no, please, no. It's one of those kind of things. Eek. Hydrate, everyone. I'm like trying to draw small because I have shit all for down here. And it's not, we're not, we're not feeling it. Let's merge this down. Oh, that'll be Creative Cloud. Thought I deleted you off my computer. What do you mean? Why are you trying to open? Oops. That feels wrong. That feels wrong. Oh. Ow. Owie? At the wrong angle is why. Bum, bum. My arm is way too long. It's really hard to like change your brain mode because like we're doing like really loose stuff like interpretational like interpretive dance kind of stuff if you relate it to a different thing. And then I like to go to, oh, now we're gonna be like nice and precise and whatever with our movements. Whatever we're doing, and it definitely is a hard transition mentally. Let's see. Yay. Amazing artist. I try. I dabble. No. Thank you. Appreciate that. I feel like I'm not getting anything what I actually am trying to do though. It's because I'm trying to be too technical and think about it and like have to only do it once. Because like I said, I don't usually. It's been a long time since I've sketched on stream. And so it's a different process than just like doing rendering or like touch-up work or whatever. Stream. That's a place. Plus also I haven't drawn like humans in a hot minute. And then drawing cute things. So it's a completely different process. Like I've been drawing very cartoony because like the client work I'm working on right now was very stylized piece. Well, not piece, body of work. And so it's very different. Why is this? Why am I having such? That's why. I need not to be so small. Chicken scratch like. We ran out of room. I ran out of room. uh, I should just start a new page, but then you'll not be able to see what we've done so far. And where's the fun in that if we can't see the process of going unhinged and the journey of art? Doom, 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 doom. I don't know what to draw, chat. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing now. I guess this would be a time to like go back into like some kind of theme or study. You know. What if I don't hide that all the way? What if I oops. I just kinda hide it. Draw a dragon. Draw a dragon. Cornbread. What kind of shape do I want the dragon? What do I want the dragon doing? That's the thing. Oh, what would? Hmm. trying to figure out how I want to silhouette him. What the fuck? Yeah, sure. Gonna make him half like lizard, like Komodo dragon style, or Monadair lizard. Half dragon. Snake. Unhealthy obsession with dragons. I don't know. I'd say not necessarily unhealthy. It's good to dream and imagine things. Me. it looks good back here, but when you zoom in, you can see like how sketchy everything is. That's okay, because we refine as we go. Second pass. What? Move this back this way. And then wait. What am I doing? What am I looking at? Hang on. I haven't drawn lizard-like things in a while, so like trying to figure out where my landmarks would be from my memory, vague memory of what anatomy anatomy would be. Because like usually they have like a little like a bumpy elbow, like a kind of like a trapezoid shape, I think, for like their little elbows, and then their and arms come out this way, and then like attach shoulder wise, and then like this part usually does like one of those things, and then they have their little ankle, and then their little toes, like that kind of situation. So trying to put that in perspective without it being too squished. I think I need to make them smaller so I have enough room to do what I'm doing. Okay, so back out this way. I was having that shoulder be that far. Maybe we don't have that shoulder go that far. Angle and then shoulder attached here. Now we make this go out this way. Right? Maybe I do need to pull up some maybe we do need to pull up some reference here actually. Gonna actually do a whole body. I was gonna stop at the face and I was like, well no, actually I kinda like that. What if, you know, Blizzard. Okay. Right. Oh, right. That's what I was. Oops. What just happened? Please click on the right screen before we I keep forgetting to click over here. Hello. And this would be there we go. That makes more sense. Maybe not this. Or would actually back out the rest of the X. Trapezoid is webbing. A trapezoid, chat. Actually, no, that would need to be a lot bigger to. Just gonna actually scale that line up because I like that line. Yikes. Oops. How do I wanna... What kind of shape do I want his body? This would... I didn't plan out his pose before I started drawing, which is why I'm having like trouble figuring out how I want to actually position. I guess we could do it that way and have him like laying down instead. That could be kind of neat. Yeah. This is... Go back this way. So, backward. So, doom doom doom. My monitor's trying to fall off my thingy. I need a new headset. I'm sorry. me, me too. Hey, hey, me too. I don't know if I like him laying down though. I feel like that's a pop out. I feel like I more imagine him standing up, sort of, anyway. So let's just, okay, so if this was this... for now. Yeah. This one. Okay. I know I'm like really zoomed out, but I need to be super zoomed out so that I don't try to like I need to focus on the big picture first. Yeah. Let's back up. I actually don't want the arm to go down that way. I know this is a mess. I know. I know why. I know why it looks so weird. I know why it looks so weird, because I'm doing this wrong. His chest his chest would start up higher than that. Out of the way. Because technically the back of their neck connects to the back of, you know. Anyway, I don't. I'm half explaining my thoughts. How would back around? This would go this way. Wrap around on it, so how would I do that? Good headset is 30 or 60 plus, 60 euros. Let's see what the one I have right now is at. It's probably our microwave decided to like call it quits, and it's under warranty, so I can get it replaced. But when we bought it, it was $60, and it's already like 150 because the entire world's about to be in a recession because of the stupid United States. So, uh, make sure you're buying shelf-stable food, everyone. Coming from someone who's lived through a recession before. So like canned goods and prepackaged processed food. And things you can freeze in the freezer. Dude. Oh, that's not bad. That's a lot less than I thought it would be. My headphones for a brand new pair would be 119 currently. Which is actually cheaper than when I bought them. I bought them for 160. How do I... These are the headphones I got. I bought mine off Amazon, but you could buy them from the actual place. I'm gonna go use the restroom really quick, and then I'll come back and try to figure out what I'm doing wrong with this little guy. It's always so hard to make, like, things that overlap on themselves when it comes to, like, cylinder-shaped objects for me. So this is a really good practice. since snakes and lizards don't have proper spines and can then like sidewind, curl over on themselves and stuff. 145 for me. Yeah. They're probably a lot higher tech than most people need though, and they are wireless, so that's why they've probably got, I'd say like a $40-50 upcharge on like a similar product that's not like a name brand. Razer Kraken V3. I don't know if I know which ones those are. I will say Razer electronics are decently solid, but you are paying a lot of extra money just for the name. And because they're manufactured so quickly, like you'll have these weird bugs that happen with them more often than like a smaller company with better QA, good quality assessment, quality control. But it's not the worst. Razer products also have a tendency to be like, oh, you have to install our software to use it, and then that software, if like Windows updates something on their side and the Razer software hasn't updated its thing to accommodate for that new Windows update, then you can have weird bugs that happen that you wouldn't have normally, and that can be a pain. So just take that into consideration. I would say a good like name brand that doesn't mark up a ton for their name would be like Logitech. Logitech headphones and mice are actually really solid choices. Like my backup set of headphones are let me see. Let me back a little bit. Like these ones right here, if you don't care about them being wireless. These I know they have wireless ones too, but these wired ones are really good sound design wise. So that's a solid price for as good of quality sound quality there. The reason I got the HyperX though is because they're a lot lighter than a lot of other headphone companies with this like amount of tech that they have to make the sounds sound good. And when I do video editing or when I do sound design stuff, like it's nice to be able to have like pretty good quality. Like I need to hear every little crisp crinkle, like slightest sound that most people speakers won't make. I need to be able to hear those things. So that's why I went with these. Is for the price. They're like the most comfortable for my head. Cause I get headaches a lot, so having a lightweight option that still has a lot of power behind it. HyperX was a good bargain price, because like other brand wireless headphones like this would be like, at the time I bought them a couple years ago, would be like 200 USD plus. And when I bought these ones, they were kind of brand new on the market side of things. They're this model's a couple years old now, but that's why it's only $100 now. But comparable ones would be like 160 still, probably, for this one. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the restroom. I will be right back. Okay. I can bug you. Okay. If I lose, uh, I have an idea. Actually, I don't need any of that at all, because that actually won't work for what I'm doing. Darn. Well, that's still him laying down. I don't want him to be laying down. I mean, it's not him laying down, but it feels enough that he's laying down that I don't. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out my line of action, right? Because I wasn't planning when I was doing this. But I like this so much, so I'm like, how can I make this part work? without no, of that. Yeah. The sound effects are important. They help. If you know, you know. Mm. Yeah. Would it actually be lower? Down here. And yeah, I could do it that way. Then all of this would have. Actually, let's not erase that because I might still use part of that. Okay. I know it's so messy right now. That's what happens when you don't adequately plan. This isn't the rumor. I know, right? I thought rumor was a gamer. One would think that. What's up, Court? I was just thinking about you the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Court in a while. I need to stop by his stream. I'm knitting! Awesome. I crochet myself. But mad respect. If we actually make his body gout. We would have this foot here. One can be here. Like this way. That's still too high in the air. All right. Here, that's, yeah, that one. Out this way. Yeah, actually. Okay, let me hide that, because we're not using that layer anyway. I removed stitches to get a frayed look for part of the scarf I'm making, then redid the stitches. Or redid the stitches? Oh, re-added. I'm sorry. you since you're an artist, you understand the method of part of your brain switching off when you're doing art stuff, you know? And then it's like hard to switch back into like conversing with people. It's like because all you were seeing is in like shapes and stuff for a while. And so like trying to then pull words from the other side of your brain becomes a mess. Okay. This part all needs to go away. What's this? Actually. Right. Over? That would probably create a better silhouette, actually. Alright, I think I figured it out. I think we've got it. My god. She's got it. Yeah, I really want to get back into crocheting, but I don't have time to right now. Like I've got so many projects on the line that I have to not set them aside because I need to get them done before I get back into crocheting. But I've been making a sweater uh since last fall before I got work. And then I got work and then so I had to set it aside, but it's like a cardigan sweater. It's making. But I also used to do the like little doll making, the amigurumi, amigurumi. I don't remember how to pronounce it. Um, where you crochet the body and the head, and, like just a little doll out of yarn. I made one of the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts that I've had for a really long time, and then I made a little Cthulhu guy, and I made like a Deadpool head once, a couple of those as keychains for people. It was good times. Made a ton of beanies, scarves, a shawl. It's fun stuff. It's nice to be able to like create things with your hands too, because I do so much like digital work that it's nice to take a break and do physical art from time to time. So I would love to see your scarf when you're done. Okay, this would, yes, that's the shape we were looking for. Perfect. And then, yeah, so back in space. This. Yes, dude. Perfect. We found it. Oh, flag. I should probably save this. Hang on. I don't know if it's gonna pop up with anything that's not supposed to be seen on screen, so give me a moment. You hide the no, I'll just do it the easy way. We'll swap to this scene real quick. File, save as. Just in case, just in case. Folder. Art. Stream art. Oops. Dragging. Okay. Cool. Now I can swap back. Because I don't want, like, sometimes Krita will pop up and show you different, like, little thumbnails of stuff that you, did, right? Of other projects and stuff. And though I'm capturing the Krita window specifically, sometimes OBS is weird and will like show things that you're like, hey, you're not actually supposed to show that. Oops. I didn't even know that was a key to switch to that scene. Crazy. I'm trying to not use too many like proper curves because of how I drew his head. In such a graphic style, I want to like keep that throughout the rest of the body. Which is hard to do when, when you've been drawing very bubbly round things lately. Oh, I said yeah, I'd like to see it when you were done with it. If you're not done with it yet, that's cool. Yeah, one of these days. I'd love to see it. Oh, hang on, my dog. It's inside. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Be a while. Yeah, that's fine. Uh, you can just let me know when you're done with it. That away. You're ready. Do you have a Discord? I don't remember if you have a Discord or not. I'm horrible with Discords. Stuff. Probably not. Make that one whole. I feel like more swerve in there. Whoa, my PC is lagging so hard right now because this file is so big. I mean, it's not a big file, but like the canvas is huge, so like rotating it is trying to make it make sense of all the pixels everywhere. Come this way, maybe. This would be. Cornbread. Oh, my my skin is itchy because I ate. I ate a sandwich earlier. I'm gonna see if my doctor got back with me. Forgetting. Hmm. How would that foot set, actually? Yeah. There was the ground. Yeah. What do your legs look like? Right. And so this would be. Do I want to do it that way though? I feel like if yeah, and then this, and then yeah, well, yeah, I guess. I guess I could do it that way. Let me get a proper angle of reference sheet. To make sure it's turned the right direction, because I don't know if it would be turned in or turned out. My god. Getting distracted, y'all, again. Help. Help! Pinterest has trapped me. Help me, help. Help me, help. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that's fine. It's fine, I guess. I mean, I guess technically it could turn it either way. In or out. I feel like it would be outwards for a lizard, though. I feel like their feet turn more outward than inward. Can I see your back foot? Can I see your little back feet? That's one thing that people forget when they look at like animals that are on four legs is like their front feet and their back feet never look the same. And people will draw them the same and then it's like that's why they look weird. Because that's not how their feeties go. Do you have a little do they have the little fake thumb thingy on their back feet? I feel like some of them do and some of them don't, but maybe they all do. That one does. This one's kind of do. Uh, yeah. And then this way. Yeah. I guess. Oh, that's why. That's why that looks weird. Because that's not where that's supposed to connect. 'Cause that's not where that's supposed to connect, chat. Oh, I did that backwards. It's funny, I'm simultaneously sketching this and also inking it as if it was somebody else's piece. Which is why I'm like, I've got all of these like lines everywhere, because it's helping me like pinpoint where the shading would be. Because for those of you that don't know, that are new here maybe, um I like inking things. Like I'll take pencil drawings of like other people's, you know, artwork, and then I'll ink them for practice. I think it's a really good way to practice like just understanding form, because you yourself aren't making the form, but you're understanding how shadows create like the different planes of the form and how things twist and turn through the thing. So not only do you get to study uh line and line weight, form, perspective, like all of that, without like having to struggle through trying to draw like the perfect picture first to then go in line afterwards. Like you skip all of like the hard steps and then like just get really focused study on structure and found like foundational skills. So if you struggle with your fundamentals, try inking a pencil sketch from like a professional artist. and you'll learn a lot really quick. It also helps you to distinguish what is and isn't important, like of a sketch, like what you can just omit completely or what you could throw in shadow, or um, if you have like really messy line work like this part right here specifically, they'll have like four different lines here and then lines here, like, and then you have to determine which one of those lines is actually the form. So it's a good way to practice and see if you understand form as you might have thought you did. Same way with coloring. If you're like just trying to work on your rendering skills, just find something that's already there and then color it like a coloring book. You know, obviously don't post those unless you have permission and or credit all of the proper people. We're respectful in this house. But that it's a good way. Without all of the extra noise to get there, you know. The structured learning for the path of least resistance, where your brain to actually remember the things. This foot is wrong. This foot I already know is wrong. We gotta fix that. Fix that leg entirely. In fact, it would probably be around this way. Probably this way. Need a... Oh, what's my Discord? It's just rumor. Let me see. Do you have your whispers turned on, Court? I don't know how I missed that message, I'm sorry. Actually, I do know how I missed it. I zoned in too hard. Dun, dun. Can I not whisper from that screen? That's dumb. Oh, where's the little numbers? Give me the little number. Numbery do. It should be... If that doesn't work, then it's... Number... Symbol, where's the number symbol? Excuse me. My throat's getting dry. That should work. I don't know if you could. If you got that, that's what mine is. I swear, chat, I will at some point this in the next month or two set up a Discord, a proper Discord for everyone. For anyone that wants to hop on over there. One of these days. No, for real though. for real, I actually will. It'll help me out significantly too, so it's like I just need to suck it up and do it. Made this, but too good. Also, chat, or anyone who might might see this at a later time, which I guess you're technically still chat, even if you're not chatting. Uh, don't be afraid to use the silly little hey proportion button in programs to like, oh, this is actually supposed to go this way instead of, you know, backwards or whatever. Like, you know, that's what those tools are there for. Use them. It's the same as like using a ruler and drawing it out again and everything. Like, if anybody tries to give you hell over it, tell them to shut the hell up. Tell them to shut it up. Because, even professionals use that shit to streamline their process. Actually. I still want this little shoulder out, but be more like down here. Turning that direction. Actually, I'm gonna erase that and do it again now. Actually, no, we'll just turn it some more. Now that I've got the arm facing the proper. Oops. Redraw the parts that we need to. That is so messed up. Hey, have to be good. It just has to fulfill its purpose. I'm gonna block up that whole thing. Shadow. Like the chicken scratch. Still feel like that's not quite the angle it's supposed to. I feel like it's just very ever so slightly off. But that's kind of what happens when you like stare at it too long. Have a good rest of your night. Make sure you take care of yourself. See the rest of the see the end of the dragon. Oh, don't worry, we'll be cleaning it up and coloring it on stream too, since it is something that you requested. So I don't want to make it so that you can't see the end of it. Yeah. Thanks for the prompt. I hope you have a good rest of your night as well. I'll probably wrap up soon anyway, because I still got some more work to be working on, probably tonight. So I need to take a break though before I start on it. Maybe this whole actually to, but maybe that's it. Maybe it just needs to come up. I don't know why I did that. It's like one of those things that if you stare at something for too long, you also like have problems discerning fish. That's what's happening here, because his form actually is way. More like that. Oop. Like his wings would probably be like around in this area, maybe. But we haven't even got to that point yet. It would be, yeah. It's a later me problem. That's a later me problem to figure out, dude. I don't like how there's a tangent right here. Okay. Yeah, man, he's starting to take. Cool, dude. Oh. Ugh. Alright. I was gonna try to go no 4 hours, but like my brain is cooked, and so is my body. I've been shrimping. So I didn't lift my desk as high as I needed it to be lifted to be able to draw, but that's because I had already started streaming and I didn't want any of the wires to like jingle jangle and make things not work. Because like a lot of the time moving my desk up and down will kick the sound out. And yeah, that's not helpful at all. So let's save it. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST. I don't know if we're gonna be doing more art or if we're gonna swap over to Elden Ring. I know this art stream was kind of like out of nowhere last second, like surprise, it's art. But I do want to get back into doing art on stream. Um, for numerous reasons, but you know, it's fun. I like it. It's a good collaborative process of doing art because you know chat can be like, hey, you should try this, or hey, do that, and stuff I wouldn't normally think of, like this guy. I wouldn't have been sketching this guy if Devin wasn't like, hey, you should draw a dragon, when I was like, I don't know what to draw. So, yeah. Come on back, we'll try to get more into doing these kind of things. We will finish this on stream at some point. And yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. Have a good rest of your evening or morning or whatever, wherever you are in the world. And I will catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, bye!